Hello. Good to see you.
Alright there, Revenants, welcome back to Code Vein, and today, or right now, or whatever time it is, I would like to kind of share the Red Hammer build for Red Army 313, as he said that the Argent Wolf Hammer was his most favorite weapon in the game here, and I wanted to kind of throw something together here for this thing to show kind of when and why and where it would be most beneficial in a sense. And the Queen's Breath here presents itself a very interesting dichotomy in the game here, that it has a strength of A, it has a mind of A. Very odd pairing, strength and mind, as that is one of the pairings here in your passives that you do not have access to raise strength and mind. I've always wanted a strength and mind, but we never got one. And you have to go strength and mind in different various ways here. But you can't get it all in one go. So having these two together is very rare, and but then at the same time having something like Juggernaut available is also unique to Queen's Breath. So it puts itself in a very weird place here. So in order to make good use of it here, I think this is a great way to go about using Queen's Breath while at the same time using the Argent Wolf Hammer. And you can see here that it has a stamina of 235, while Demeter has a little bit less, and it also has a strength and mind of A. So this would be, if we take off our passives here, where's Queen's Breath? So 32, 28, and Demeter has a little bit more of 80 health, but it has a lot less stamina, so that's one full less weapon swing, or one full dodge that you can lose out on because of going for Demeter over Queen's Breath. Also, Queen's Breath doesn't have a fortitude high enough to be able to have some of these options here of Iron Will and Royal Heart, as these are essential. They're very essential to the build here. So basically what we're going to be going for is either this move here, which is a knockdown, or the not the heavy one, or the regular heavy attack. So the regular heavy attack and the altered light attack. Those two are very, very good damaging attacks, and they also have knockdown built in. Now, we also have huge amounts of survival built into this, which is why it's such a fun build. You can take almost infinite damage while recovering all of your health, because of we are running the GXL over gear, which is a Hound's Veil. And because of Regenerative Drain, we can get back a minimum of 10% health all the time. And we don't have any heals for our friend here, but that's okay. They should be able to take care of themselves, and we should be able to take care of ourselves. Then we have Health Stimulant, which helps with Regenerative Drain. And then Regeneration Shift. This is going to pair with Regenerator, and we have EO selected here because it also pairs with her Regenerator, and these are all multiplicative. So you have your 1050, which is your base regeneration when it's maxed out, times 1.8 from Regeneration Shift here, then times 1.15, and square that, because EO's regenerator is also multiplicative. So when all of this is going, we should heal for 2,500, more than two and a bit of our health. So basically, we can heal almost one full health bar every regeneration, and we have 8 of them, so we should be able to have plenty of health available to us here. And with the Hound's Veil, and with the Damarung damage reduction as well, we should be only taking about 3% of the total damage that we would be normally seeing. So it's a pretty good setup. So if we go for adventuring here, it does take a little bit to get all of your gifts going, and so on and so forth. And the reason I chose this area is because Crush is the strength of this area specifically. And so it's kind of hilarious that even though Crush is the strength, we're still able and very, very capable to run our way through here. And you can see there's a knockdown, and that guy's dead. Okay, very good. And this thing's dead. And even though we are slow mobility, it doesn't inhibit us too much. And there you go. Now these guys take increased, huge resistance to crush damage, but because of the plunge value there, we were able to remove that guy from the game very quickly. Okay, so let's head on up this way and see what boss is up here, so we can get a little bit more ichor. Now we haven't got any backstabs yet or anything. Okay, so this guy is very strong to crush. So we will, you know, this will be a good chance to see just how we do here. Okay, and we'll go for the Damarung instead. Okay, good. And let's go. Ouch, and that's a massive damage attack. And we took a little bit of damage there. Okay, and he's dead. Even though EO did most of the damage, but still the result there is very indicative of normally, typically, when you get hit by that giant lightning bolt, it's a one-shot kill and it knocks you over. But the Argent Wolf Hammer is such a good weapon overall that it needs a very powerful blood code to go with it, and I think Queen's Breath is a really good option here to go for. Okay, so if we go for this lady, and since we're slow mobility all the time, oops, and there we got hit, and we still didn't take too much damage, so let's go for some health back. So we got all our health back there, no problem. And that's kind of the indicative notion here, so let's go for this. Okay, and we'll take the hit, and you can see there that it just doesn't matter. Now inhibit definitely is our big problem here, so we'll go for the invasion. We'll go for some backstabs, and then we'll get ourselves fully buffed here. Okay, so we lost 100 health there. Okay, this guy missed us somehow, and we'll go for some health back there. He hit us again, no big deal. And we'll go for the Damarung. Okay, whoops, come on, there we go. And if we go for Thunderbolt Impact, it's still a really potent gift to have on hand. So we'll go for a little bit more backstab potential here. And since we're getting a backstab, we're getting some health back. Okay. Whoops. Okay, so we'll go for this lady. Oh, we got hit. Oh no, we got hit. Now, we really don't need Cleansing Light, but it's nice to have on hand, just to make sure that you're losing even less health. There we go, we'll knock that guy down. Whoops. Okay, and we'll go for a knockdown here maybe. There we go. We'll knock both of them down. And since it's an AoE around the edge there. Now, even though we are out of Juggernaut, and we're out of all our gifts now, except for EO is a blessing there. Oops. Oh, and we're taking some hits there, but it still doesn't matter what hits we're taking from which enemies, and I mean, we just kind of casually saunter through that invasion, no problem. And even though there is inhibit, it's still not a problem for us because of our extreme resistances all around. So let's go for a couple of hits here and get some of our health back. And there you can see we didn't even hit the guy, and we got our health back because you can abuse the hound's heads very, very nicely. It's such a good thing, and that's why Regenerative Drain is so powerful on a Hound's Veil, because you're able to get back health even when you shouldn't be getting health back. Okay, and this guy is strong to crush, so another good candidate here. So let's go for Royal Heart, this, and Iron Will, and Regenerator, and we'll go for some other things here so we make sure that we are able to get our ichor back. So you'll notice that that is kind of a problem here, is that we just don't have any ichor most of the time, but we do have enough that we can keep ourselves going when we need to. We'll take the hit, that's fine. Okay. Oops, this guy's hitting us now, so we can go for Juggernaut. Oh no, he hit us, and it didn't even stagger us, so that's the beauty. Okay, we'll take the hit. And we'll go for a launch. Okay. But again, it just doesn't matter, and it gives you plenty of time to go for it gives you tons of time to go for the damaging attacks, to go for the big attacks. If you want to go for charge attacks, you can even utilize those, and it gives you plenty of options and time to be able to run your gifts, run your code, run your hammer, and you are completely able to take down anyone and everyone, just because of the fact that you don't really take damage considerably at all. So if we go for the one of the most awful folks against crush damage here, we will go for the Gilded Hunter, and this is kind of a joke as well. Okay, and we'll go for all the things here. And we will go for, instead of Thunderbolt Impact for him, we'll go for Cloak of Winter, just so that we have some kind of semblance of, look, we have a gift that we can use. It's not, you know, the most important thing. Okay, we'll just take the hit, that's fine. Okay, okay. Okay, and let's go ahead and get our health back there. Good. And see there, it's kind of a joke, our gifting potential there. Okay, let's go ahead and get some health. Okay. And even if we take these hits, it still doesn't matter. And if we block, we have a hunter block, so that's very nice as well. Okay. Whoops, he moved on us there. But you can see that we're kind of in a bad way here. Now we do need to apply some gifts here. Okay. Okay, and let's switch to the Damarung, so we can get the buff here. Okay, good. And it still doesn't matter. Okay, he's out of his juice there, so we'll go for this, and we'll go for some this. And it's very nice that we're able to completely outlast his damage altogether. There's really no reason. There's really no reason there why we couldn't handle that even in a better way. Just going for the Damarung first and such. And you can see that even as you go along here, the different attack patterns that you have available to you, they aren't almost even necessary as well, just because of the fact that you have a huge amount of damage overall, and but at the same time you have a really good ability to stay in the fight all the time, regardless of what you're doing. Okay, so that thing's down there. He was gonna kill that. I would like this fella to run over here, but he's not going to, so we'll run over here and just smash him down. Oops. Okay. And, oh, we took a hit. Oh no. And as you can see, we just have zero stagger. And if you're going for some serious investment here into stagger resistance, you can go for balance up and remove the extra health. And this is also a good alternative, as your balance here goes way high. It's basically doubled, and even though we have massive weakness on our elements there, it really doesn't matter too much, because we can simply just run through these things simply, easily, and quickly. And since our defenses are so extremely high, we take almost no damage. You're not completely invincible, but like I said, you're at the 3% threshold basically of damage resistance. So you still take a little bit of damage, but that's where regenerative drain can come in. As you can see here, we'll get back some of our health there. Get back 5% each hound's head. Okay, whoops. And we'll go for resistance here. Then we'll take the hit, and you see there that it doesn't stagger us and it doesn't damage us almost at all. And we take this guy down. obviously with zero problems at all. Okay, so if we head back to the Gilded Hunter and you go for balance up as well as the Damarung before the fight even begins. And I think we have a willpower. Yeah, we need a willpower in order to go for blood sacrifice here at the beginning. And if you go for some kind of damaging gift instead of an actual like a light gift, even though the GXL overgear has or defender, whatever you want to call it, even though it has a pretty good light value here of almost 1,000, it still is something lacking for sure. Okay, so let's go ahead and get ourselves going here. Okay, good. And you can see that it just, this complete setup here just kind of steamrolls anyone and everything in your path. There's really no reason to not go for this kind of a setup when you're going for these things. But it is a ton of fun. Okay, so and here was Dex and Fortitude, right? There we go. Good. And now let's go. Okay, and let's go for some health. There we go. And this is a great gift to do here because we are able to not get staggered no matter what we do, really. Okay, and let's go for some more health. And there we go, we're back to full health. And we'll block that. We'll go for another, whoops, we missed him. Okay, let's go for some ice. And no blocking this time. Okay. Oh, okay. And we're just kind of moving around him in circles here. Oops. Okay. Okay. Okay, we're almost to the end here. We'll dodge through that. And see, that time, even if we're not blocking his attacks, you can take him down pretty easily, pretty quickly, and with relative, I don't know, it's just a relatively simple and straightforward. And if you even go for something like an element foe, like here in the Silent White, you have a bunch of ice guys. Even if you go for somebody like them, even though you have negative element resistances, it still doesn't matter. And even though these guys are all strong to crush, mainly, it still does really, really well. And that's the funny thing, is that even though enemies in here are strong to crush, you're able to completely crush them in a really, really strong way. So a good place to kind of showcase this is versus the double foes here. Okay. And let's go for one more Ichor there. Oh, we didn't get it. Okay. But versus the double Boreal Brutes, it's a very, very difficult fight versus them. They are absolutely brutal. Okay. And got another backstab, good. And they can absolutely end you in a very, very short amount of time. Typically with one hit or something, and it's over very, very quickly with them. Typically, and they just make your life miserable. But you can, pair up here like this. Whoops, and miss the dog. Good job at you. Now, it's really great that you have health on demand if you want it from Regenerative Drain there, and that's very, very nice to have. And along with all the other gifts that we have paired up here, we're able to kind of negate the enemy in a lot of ways. Okay, and we'll go for Juggernaut first, and we'll go for a couple of these so we can get into the fight a little quicker, and then we will have to get a little bit of Ichor so we can go for Flame Weapon. Okay. Okay, we're taking hits here. Ouch. And you can see there that we're not completely invincible because these guys are absolutely brutal. Okay, let's go for this. Now we cannot heal EO, so we have to watch ourselves here. But if we can get some damage on these guys, we can hopefully get through here pretty easily. Okay, let's go for a fire weapon. Ouch, and that ice slam is absolutely brutal. Okay, let's knock that guy down. Good. Good job, EO. And you can see that the hammer here has a lot of stagger built into it and such, so we're able to do really, really good damage when we're trying to knock these guys down and take advantage of some of those differences here. And because they are strong to crush, it makes it even worse for us. But we're able to still get really, really good damage on no matter what. Okay, good. We got a dodge there. Okay, let's go for a launch if we can. Good. And a dragon lunge. That should, yep, get us a knockdown. Good. And Juggernaut. Ouch, and we're dead. And you can see again that these guys just are absolutely bullies. Good, and we'll knock his armor off. Okay, and go for that. Okay, and EO finished him off there. So even though EO was getting us up there, you can see that even, I mean, their ice damage is just absolutely crazy over the top. And but versus them, I mean, we are going completely against them with all of the weakness stacked against us, and we're still able to win the day there. I understand, you know, it's because of EO and whatever, but if we go against Nicola also versus him, this should not do very well either, because of just the fact that he is strong to everything we're going for except for the fire damage, which is why this is so nice as well, is that you can pair this up here with a little bit of just a little bit of extra ability here, and you can just element your way through folks. Okay, good. And we'll whoops, we missed him. We'll take that hit, but you can see there that we took a huge amount of damage from his horn. Okay. Let's go for a heavy attack there. Good. And let's go for another dragon lunge. And even though we got hit through that, we were able to go through it because of our stagger resistance is so high. But now we are at the mercy of slow rolls, so you have to be on top of it here. Good. And you can see that we're struggling to maintain our stamina and such. Okay. Okay, EO, hang in there. Okay, and dodge. And let's go for some health if we can. Nope. Maybe now? Nope. Oh, those attacks are very, very strong from Nicola. They do huge amounts of damage. Okay, let's go for a flame weapon. Good. And maybe we'll get him into a stagger here. Ouch. Okay. And let's go ahead and dodge. There we go. Let's get some health. There we go. We got some health back. Okay, let's go for a dragon lunge. And even though, again, we are getting hit during that animation, we're able to dodge through it. Oh, good. So you can see that the balance up and the stagger resistance, we are able to completely go through enemy attacks whenever we feel like it. And Dragon Lunge is one of those that when you're going towards the enemy, typically they're in some kind of attack animation, and you typically get staggered out of it in the first strike. And so you never get to that second heavy attack where you get the bulk of your damage coming down on the enemy. And here with this amount of stagger resistance, let's see what our stagger is. Up here, 372. So that's a huge amount of stagger resistance that you have in your balance. So 186. So yeah, we're basically doubling that. We are doubling that, and it really helps out significantly. And even though this doesn't show, Royal Heart doesn't show up on the card, and only Juggernaut shows up on the card to double your balance. Having a high balance and a stagger resistance is critical to making something like Dragon Lunge come down. Now, the other one is Thunderbolt Impact, and why this is important is for something like the Town of Sacrifice. When you have multiple enemies and they're all attacking you all at once, and you need a big AoE to clear them out or knock them down, and you need it to, and that's typically the problem with Thunderbolt Impact usually, is the fact that it gets staggered out of the attack while you're coming down out of the air, and I can show you that here with the invasion. And the nice thing is that because your stagger resistance is so high, you can typically get Thunderbolt Impact off no problem, just because of the fact that you are able to have such a high balance that you're able to go through the enemy's attacks and all of their stagger nonsense, and you're able to put that damage down on them regardless. So it's very nice. Okay, and no extra stamina left there. That's unfortunate. Okay, so let's go ahead and pick up our resistances here before we get into this fight. Good. And this, and Regenerator, Stagger Resistance, and Cleansing Light for now. And we will, whoops, wrong one. And we will get other things going as we get the Ichor for it. And, okay, here we go. And you can see there that we're getting staggered quite a bit. Once Juggernaut gets going, we will be able to mow these guys down. Now these guys are typically very difficult, just because of the fact that, oh, we got a backstab, because of the fact that they stun you and such. It's a real pain. Whoops, somehow we got that there. So there you go. You see that even though we are taking some heavy losses here, we're able to knock guys down, get guys out of our way, and let's go for stagger resistance now. So now we will have a very easy time going through these fellas. There we go. Alright, and let's get some health back here. Okay, good. And let's take some of these hits here. And you can see that it doesn't matter that we're getting hit all these times. Oh, we just died. Okay. Io died. And I can't bring her back, but that's okay. Io gave her life for the cause here. Okay, so let's go for some more health. Okay, good. And we're getting ourselves up here. And that dodge attack is very nice. Okay, let's go ahead and get some more health there. And let's go for some more health here. Okay. And more health. Good. Okay, so not too bad, and typically that invasion is just absolutely awful, but because of the immense amount of stagger resistance that we have available to us, you can absolutely mow these guys down very well. And the Argent Wolf Hammer definitely shows itself very capable, especially when you're paired up here with Bridge to Glory. Now Bridge to Glory is giving us half of our light damage, or half of our light value, which is 893, so we're getting about 450 added to our hammer here, which puts us up over 2,000 here. As you can see here, 2131, and that's a very nice number, being that it's about 25% increase in damage overall, and you can go for something else, but you won't find another 25% weapon increase value. So this is a 25% increase, but you take damage, you lose it, so it's a waste. This is 20% increase, but you need a Fortitude of S, so we can't go for that. Adrenaline is 10%, and the values here on the elements are variable depending on the enemy weaknesses. Here for these guys, we should have been going for lightning rather than fire. What did I just put that on? Oh, here we go. There, this, and then go for lightning, and we would have been doing much more damage, and EO would have been doing more damage as well. Now for something like the butterfly, this setup also is very good, just because of the fact that, you know, you take the poison damage and this and that, but it doesn't really matter. So anyways, I hope you all enjoyed that for the Argent Wolf Hammer, and for Red and his favorite weapon, and we'll see you all in the cathedral next with the Wolf Lady.